For the terrorists, I urge them to toe the path of their colleagues who have surrendered and are being humanely treated or risk being eliminated in the long run. You are right that the terrorists have been degraded. There is little doubt that normalcy has greatly returned to the northeast region compared to where we were 5 to 10 years ago. In war, you have several campaigns, which are a series of coordinated operations aimed at achieving strategic objectives. So, you win some, you lose some. But what is most important is the statistics of what you win against what you lose. In the last 1 week alone, I can tell you for a fact that over 20 terrorists have been neutralized, and we have also recovered several arms and ammunition, even as we continue to conduct operations on multiple fronts as we speak. For now, most citizens have returned to their communities and socio-economic activities have resumed. Malam Fatori and Kukawa are recent success stories where almost 20,000 internally displaced persons have returned to their ancestral homes. However, what is happening in Nigeria is not unconnected to the situation in the greater Sahel region, where barracks in neighboring countries are being ransacked and weapons carted away. These weapons find their way down into Nigeria due to our large and porous borders, thereby re-energizing the fight. 2 years ago, we were ready to say that the conflict was over, but the deterioration in the security among Sahel states have also affected us. So, in spite of this progress, the terrorists have also adapted. This is possible also due to the relative ease with which they can access technology. For instance, since November of last year, we noticed the introduction of the use of armed drones to carry out attacks. Like you will find out in Israel and Ukraine, these drones are difficult to detect by conventional radar detection systems. In the last 2 months, we have been re-strategizing and reorganizing. The Chief of Army Staff was here just a week ago, and several changes have been made in theater. I, for instance, am one of such changes, having just taken over command about 2 weeks or thereabouts. Additional platforms and personnel are being inducted into the theater, but what the terrorists have resorted to doing is carrying out multi-pronged attacks on several isolated and vulnerable deployments and using it as a propaganda, which is why we are also reviewing our deployments. Yesterday alone, there were attacks in Ran, Dihua, and Gajiram, and all these attacks were defeated, apart from Ran, where they succeeded in penetrating to an extent leading to the loss of 4 gallant personnel. However, let me reassure you that the overall resolve of the Nigerian military is that we will completely defeat this terrorism and restore peace to the region once and for all in the shortest possible time. We just need the support of the nation. For the terrorists, I urge them to toe the path of their colleagues who have surrendered and are being humanely treated or risk being eliminated in the long run. The military is fully resolved and resourced to bring the battle to a favorable conclusion. Our troops are highly motivated and our resilience is not dampened. Several welfare initiatives have been instituted by the military hierarchy, and this has boosted the morale of our troops. This is the level of seriousness that the government attaches to this conflict, and in time, we will completely defeat terrorism. It is important for the Nigerian populace to understand the nature of the conflict and the space within which we have to operate. For instance, this entire theater of operation is over 150 square kilometers. That is larger than several countries put together. But let us even take the Timbuktu Triangle, which is one of the epicenters of this conflict. It is over 11,000 square kilometers in size, which is larger than Rivers, Bayelsa, and Osun states. Internationally, the Tombouctou Triangle is larger than Jamaica, Kosovo, as well as the Republic of Gambia. So, as a military, we need to be methodical and have a phased operation. In asymmetric warfare, Sun Tzu famously said, you have to separate the water from the fish. That is the terrorists from the populace. Security is therefore a collective responsibility and not just for the men in uniform. Nigerians must continue to assist the military in fishing out the bad elements. Let me give you an example. Last week alone, we were able to capture 13,000 liters of premium motor spirit, that is petrol, which was intercepted by our personnel headed for the terrorist enclave in the middle of the night. This amount will keep the terrorist motorcycles operational for the next 1 year. Therefore, it is expedient that the entire community joins in assisting the military to fight terrorism.